Hello there. Wednesday was a decent day right across all four nations. In fact, we saw temperatures in excess of 20 degrees and we haven't seen that for over a week. But you may have heard a rumour that things are going to get warmer still. And in fact, into next week, we are likely to see temperatures widely into the mid-20s, maybe peaking as high as 28 Celsius somewhere in southeast England. Perhaps for many, that's something to look forward to.
It's always a good day when you see Matt, for me. I adore Matt. Hello.
Good morning.
It is the worst day of the year, though.
Oh, it's not.
It is.
It's not. Come on. It takes a while before you really notice the difference again, though, honestly.
It really doesn't. We're talking about the longest day of the year, yeah? Or it's not the longest day, the most daylight in the year. And,
yeah,
you know, we've
it.
barely had a summer. I love your video, by the way, on social media, where people are asking you where summer is. But we've barely had it, barely started, and already we're losing the daylight. It's miserable.
Yeah, but the summer months are still ahead of us, so it's not all doom and gloom, honestly, Nag, I promise you. And certainly for the summer solstice this morning, very good morning to you. This was the view in Shetland, where we've got roughly just under 19 hours of daylight through today. Sun won't set again until gone 10:30 this evening. Fine start here, fair bit of cloud around, and there will be a bit of cloud around in places today, but mostly we'll see a little bit of sunshine at times, one or two exceptions, and one or two exceptions as well to the dry story too. But there is a downside, of course. Pollen levels continuing to creep up, high, if not very high, across most parts of the country.
Talking about Rubik's Cubes
or things that we don't love.
You've been getting very frustrated
It's the
with that.
50th
5 o'clock in the morning.
It's the 50th anniversary of the Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
And not one person, well, I've messed it up a few times, and Elliot here, who's on our cameras, has been fixing it for me. So, but he's told me I can't go too far with it, because he'll get annoyed. Yeah, never, ever solved it, did you? Took the stickers off, broke it. Matt would have, I bet Matt would have done this. I bet you were good at the Rubik's Cube, were you?
I was brilliant. I used to take all the stickers off and put them back on.
Yeah, so you weren't brilliant. You cheated like the rest of us.
Pull the pieces out and try and put them back in, couldn't you, as well?
Do you know?
I was never anywhere close, I promise you that. Yes.
I think it's a certain mind, a certain brilliant mind, and it certainly wasn't mine. You're looking ahead, and I tell you what, you get to answer a question that lots of people have been asking you and give them the answer they want at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, how the tides have changed. Hopefully people will be nicer to me when I'm out and about. Very good morning too. Things are set to turn much more like they should do for summer now over the next few days. Just before I go, quick reminder, of course, summer solstice tonight at 9:51. Sunset, of course, will be not until after 10 for some, particularly in Shetland, where today there'll be around 18 hours, 55 minutes of daylight. That's how it's looking. Back to you both.
Anyone would think this is a really slickly produced programme. It's not just thrown together, you know, because we're off to Stonehenge now.
Lovely.
Thank you very much, Matt.
And that is where people gather to mark the summer solstice, the longest day, as Matt was saying, of the year. Oh, it's not the longest day, it's the longest amount of daylight
Ever you say
in
it's the
24
longest
hours.
day, someone will email and tell you. It's always 24 hours in a day, but it's the longest amount of daylight. English Heritage have said the event will go ahead as planned. That after 2 campaigners sprayed the stones with orange powder paint.
Summer solstice celebrations at Stonehenge will go ahead as normal this evening after orange powder was thrown on the monument by Just Stop Oil campaigners.
And it is a beautiful morning there in the Wiltshire countryside.
Good morning, Roger. Yes, it is gorgeous. The sun is out, the sun is on our face.
And a lot of people are going to be really, really upset. I mean, I've been looking at people's reaction on social media. Loads of people extremely upset about what has happened. So I think, you know, I hope it won't change things too much, but, you know, people may be feeling a bit more protective about the stones. They may be feeling a bit angry. But hopefully, you know, people will still come here and do what they set out to do.
OK, well, it is an absolutely beautiful morning. We will leave you with the shots of the stones on what tomorrow will be the longest day of the year.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Fiona, very much indeed. Amazing backdrops.
Certainly have.
Great, don't they?
Certainly have. Do you know what? You're going to be treated with stunning views today and sunshine. And there's no one who's more pleased to be able to deliver that than Matt, because you have been asked so many times, when's summer coming? When's summer coming? When's summer coming? And now you can say.
It has been on repeat. It's here. It is at last here, I think, for many of you. Thank you very much, Naga. Good morning. Things are looking much more like they should do at this time of year. Not completely dry over the next few days, I'll show you, but certainly out there this morning, a fair bit of brightness around. This is the view in south of Scotland and Dumfries and Galloway a short while ago. The cloud is reasonably broken to allow some of the morning sunshine through.
We can be positive about the weather as well. Matt has breathed a big sigh of relief, I think, coming into this week, because you've been under the cosh a bit, haven't you? Because it is all your fault.
It is all my fault. Always is. It always will be in the future as well. Yes, a brief respite. Thanks, Naga. Good morning to you. We've got some summer weather at last with us over the coming days. Not completely dry, admittedly, but it will be fine for the most part, and certainly a fine start here in Powys. There is cloud overhead, but that cloud's thin enough to allow some weak sunshine through at times.
When I say every second counts, and
yes,
you spend the morning being slightly grumpy about it being the day where you've got the most daylight, yes, because it means the next days... Yes. I do. Yeah, well, most sensible people would. Why does every second count?
Because today is the day in which it is longest in terms of day length by 1 second, because tomorrow the day shortens ever so slightly. It's the summer solstice today. Very good morning to you. And in fact, there is 18 hours, 55 minutes and 34 seconds of daylight, to be exact, in Lerwick today. In fact, by the time the sun sets at just after 10:30 and up before 20 to 4 in the morning, it won't properly get dark. But yes, it is that turning point to shorter days eventually. It'll be a slow progress. Still a long way of summer to go, and a bit of summer warmth to go with it as well over the next few days.